Yo, 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 this is Dorky Diggity Dave, and today I got those 10,000 5-star shards, completed my quest, and did it in just about 2 weeks. How'd he do that? Welcome back, guys. We are in fact talking about those 10,000 5-star shards that I went for, and yeah, it happened in just about 2 weeks. And it was a little bit more than 10,000. It was like 10,336 or something like that. But I rounded down because it looked better. So anyway, let's go ahead and take a closer look at exactly how I did that to the spreadsheets. Okay, so here we are. I've got some awards to add to my 638. There's 638 shards left to go to get to the 10,000 mark, so I'm just going to go ahead and do those, even though I know I said in the beginning that I already had them, because I kind of did. I just didn't claim them, but now I claimed them and now they're mine. So we're going to claim that one. We're going to claim this one here. And we're going to claim our Summoner Advancement right here. Now, these Alliance Quest Completion and Alliance War Rewards, those are going into the next 10,000 or 15,000, whichever one I decide to go with. So those are not part of this running. Now, let's get over to the spreadsheet because that is what's important. Okay, so here we are in the handy-dandy, tasty spreadsheet. It's a tasty spreadsheet, and I know I'm pulling out my, I guess, inner Brian Grant here, but I didn't really see a better way to lay this out, except for using like pie charts and graphs and stuff like that, but this is pretty effective. So I'm going to go ahead and pop in my 400 that I received for the featured arena. So that's 400 5-star shards. I didn't quite get to the 1.6 million in the basic, so I only ended up with 100 instead of 200, but that's okay. And for Summoner Advancement, we got 475 5-star shards. So that takes us well over. We are actually in the negative area now because we went well past our goal. So basically we're going to put 337 onto the next set of 10,000 or 15,000, whichever one of those goals I decide to make it. So as you can see, let's kind of go through this a little bit. When I started the 10,000 5-star shard quest, I actually really needed 10,394, but 10,000 was a lot more of a round number and it sounded better and it looked better on the thumbnail. But let's take a look here. So we've had our calendar week 1, which was 250 shards. Then we had ourselves an Alliance War loss, which is fine. That was 128. Summoner Advancement, 475. Those are always on time and always reliable. Our calendar week 2 came in at 500 shards. And Alliance Quest Completion came in at 200. We've got Summoner Advancement, again, 475. We had a Featured Arena come up, so that was 400 and 200 respectively. You had Featured Arena and Basic Arena. And we had our Alliance War Complete, which was 154, and we actually won that one that week, and that was 406. So as you can see, this all adds up. These are things that are happening. You've got to be active in your Alliance. You've got to be active in Arena. You've got to be getting crystals, opening your crystals. That's where a lot of this stuff comes. And here's the big Mama Jamma. It is crystal opening that I had 13 4-star dupes. 13 4-star dupes. That is 275 5-star shards each. And that came up with a whopping 3,575 5-star shards. That is invaluable right there. So I did get a little bit lucky there. You know, maybe I would not be as finished as many other people would be. That was a very, very lucky opening. I get that. But that is where that came from. Now, what we had next was an Alliance War loss and another featured in Basic Arena. So each time I do a feature in a Basic Arena and I just get to the milestones and get the, you know, top 10% rewards, that gets me 600 5-star shards each. We had a little drop in the bucket there for item use, and of course I did the legend run, but I still would have finished this anyway. That's 500 and 500 respectively for the heroic mode and master mode. So that came out to about 1,000. No, not about. That is 1,000. Okay, the monthly calendar for the 3rd week is 750, which is pretty generous. We had an Alliance War win and a complete, that 350 and 131. And featured arena, again, I got 400, but I didn't finish in the top 10% for the basics, so I only got 100 there, which we talked about, and another summoner advancement. So let's take a closer look at what exactly we're doing here. Okay, so as you can see here, I have broken this down a little bit into percentages. So you can see that the weekly calendar is about 14% of the 10,000 shards that I got over the last 2 weeks. Now I know there are 3 entries of the calendar, so I got it on that last day, so it's really only been about 2 weeks, 2 weeks and a day or so. So we got our first, second, and third calendar, and that's 14%. Alliance events came up with 15.61%, so you have to be active in your alliance, help your alliance get to those shards, get to those rank rewards. All of that stuff really helps out, and of course, Summoner Advancement is part of that Alliance event. Now, Arena also played a huge part. That was 15.84%. That got 1,700 shards over the last, 2 weeks or so. Now, Arena is also very responsible for getting crystals. You get the 4-star crystals, you get the 4-star shards, you get the 5-star shards. All that stuff adds up when you're opening up your crystals. And that accounted for the largest aspect of 5-star shards across the board, basically. So then we moved into Alliance War, where that came up with 11.94%. Now that could really be anyone's game. That could be, either a lot of losses or a lot of wins. As you can see, we didn't win very much during that time, so it accounted for a little bit less. I was hoping it would be a little bit more like around, the 15%-ish area. But it wasn't, but that's okay. There's always next time. And of course, questing came in at 9.32%, just about 10%. So you want to make sure that you're questing. And that was just for the monthly quest. That wasn't chapter 5 or anything like that. That is actually something separate. So as you can see, we ended up with 10,731 5-star shards. And that was more than enough to get me to the point where I have 45,000 shards for Iceman. So I'm going to have 3 chances to dupe my Iceman. And I am pretty excited about that. Once again, this is Dorky Diggity Dave. You just saw how I got 10,000 5-star shards in just about 2 weeks. I hope that will help you out. Maybe get your own set of 10,000 5-star shards, or even a featured 15,000. Whatever. Anyway, if you liked the video, and I hope that you did, go ahead and click subscribe, click like, leave a comment, share with your friends, share with your mama. All that stuff helps me out. And remember, stay dorky, and I'll catch y'all on the flip.